size that number to 100. And then we're going to line them up in a line. Their height is dependent on how much money they have. The first guy would be about a centimeter tall. And the line goes on. At one point, height goes increase dramatically. Now, 80th guy is about the average height. But my question to you is, how tall is the last guy? Answer, 916 million kilometers, which is $96 trillion. 43% of all the wealth in the world goes to 1% of all the people in this universe. Hi, I'm Jung Hyun from Business Major, and I'll be talking to you about income inequality. We'll look at how serious this problem is, why this happens, and what we can do about it. Do you guys feel that your pay is always the same while all the other prices increase? Because this is actually true. This graph shows the reference between labor productivity and actual wage. Simply put, we produce more than ever, but our price, our pays, always stay the same. Stays same in US, changes in real earnings. Average hour earning decreased by 4%, while all the other prices, houses, college fees, they all increase. Why is this happening? Well, for that, we'll meet John, who works at a car factory. In this car factory, they produce cars. And by producing these cars, they make money with it. But my question to you is, what happened to this money? This money is divided into two factors. Labor income, for the people who are working at the factory. And then capital income, people who owns this company. Problem is, the person who divides who gets how much is always the people who owns the company. So capital income always exceeds that of labor income. Which in long term, while labor income increases very slowly, capital income increases very rapidly. Now you might think this is very good news for the people who have a lot of money. Wrong again. This graph shows percentage of earning of top 1% in US. You can see it was worst in 1928 and 2007. Years familiar? Years that the Great Depression and the subprime mortgage crisis happened. Why? Let's get back to John. John now wants to buy a car. He has a small one, but he just wants a bigger one. But the problem is, his pay is not high enough. It's very sad, but he won't be able to buy it. But that's also bad news for the company, because now the company can't sell their cars like the old days. So what they do is they produce less. But what the company realizes, they don't need John, they only need 3 cars. So they fire John. Now poor John realizes that he can't even maintain the only one car he has, so he put his car for sale. What can he do? But the real problem is that because now people are trading each other's cars, the company can't sell any more cars. A company that can't sell any more cars, well, that's pretty much the end for it. Because the John and the company works like a gear in an engine, one falling apart means the other falling apart as well, or what we call in economic term, economic circulation. Okay, then what can we do about it? Well, actually the answer is really, really simple. Redistribution through taxes. Is this going on around? No. And do you know why? Because of us. Because we learned that if we put our money in our bank, everything will be fine. Our mother told us that if we put a dime in our piggy bank, if we work hard, if we try our best, parents told us that we're going to be rich. Which is not true. Regardless of how hard you try, you won't get the money, you won't get the pay that you deserve. Only way is for you to get the money you deserve is by knowing how serious this problem is, how this money works, how market works, how market is so unfair that the rules only apply to the people who have money. Many people say that inequality is bad. I think so too. But what people don't realize is that scale is even, you have to know how uneven it is. Thank you for listening.